You can see the 6 banners behind us. The player perhaps more responsible for those than any other. Could his final game under those banners and in this stadium be coming up on Saturday night? I'm Alex Barth. He's Evan Lazar. This is Patriots Press Pass, brought to you by betonline.ag. For all of your NFL playoff action, head over to betonline.ag and use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% welcome bonus when you sign up. Again, that's betonline.ag. Evan, for a number of reasons, this could in fact be Tom Brady's last game in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough on Saturday night against the Titans. Of course, Patriots are not guaranteed another home game. They would go on the road if they win in the divisional round, and then if they win again, pending somebody upsetting the Ravens, they would go to Baltimore for the AFC Championship game.
Sure.
And then, of course, there's the bigger picture next season. Will Brady be here? Will he be in the NFL? This is a game, save your ticket stubs. This could be a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think today's press conference, maybe not on his end, because he kept on saying, this is a normal week for me. Right. I don't know about you guys, but it did have that feel of the media kind of sitting there thinking to themselves, is this the last time that we're going to have a 2-day before game press conference? Usually it's a Friday. This week it's a Thursday press conference with Tom Brady. And I think that that's a real possibility that everyone's kind of sort of starting to come to terms with. Whether you think it's going to happen or not, let's let time kind of tell that tale. But in general, you got to acknowledge the fact that this could be it.
So Tom and Brady said in that press conference, he's not one for nostalgia.
Yeah.
He's not one to get nostalgic. We have to a little bit here.
You have to a little bit.
We're going to get a little bit here. If this is it,
yeah.
What is the best Tom Brady moment in Foxborough? Not just in Gillette Stadium. I'll keep it open. In Foxborough.
The best Tom Brady moment in Foxborough. I don't know. I mean, I think that there's a couple different big ones, right?
Sure.
And I'm sure we're going to forget a few because there's just so many. I think the best game played here is definitely 2014 against Baltimore.
I was going to say that.
Right, and that throw to Brendan LaFell to score the game-winning touchdown, that was one of the better throws that Tom Brady's probably ever had.
And let's not forget, they ran the ball, I think, 4 times that second half. It might have been less. That was all Brady bringing them back.
So I think that was one of the bigger games, certainly one of the better games, but I'd go all the way back to the Tuck Rule, not this stadium necessarily, but this location.
That's why I said Foxborough,
right?
To
this
leave that
location.
Open.
And look at that as kind of the birth of the greatness that is Tom Brady. Going all the way back then, that's, even though not one of his better games by any means, to have a player step up in that situation, in those conditions, his second year, his first year as the starter, and carry the team to a postseason victory like that, that's always going to be the start for Tom Brady, no matter which way it ends.
So I would throw into that as well, because and those are the 2 big ones playoff-wise that come to mind for me, but 2 regular season games that get washed under. The big comeback against the Broncos
2013.
in 2013. And then the other one for me, not necessarily that it was this great game, but it just always, to me, it's been one of my favorites, against the Titans in 2010 in the snow, that 59-0 win.
Right.
That one stands out to me as well as one of my favorite Tom Brady moments and one of the better Tom Brady moments in this stadium. Now, nothing's official yet. And there are, of course, 2 ways we could see Tom Brady here again. 3 ways, I guess, we could see Tom Brady here again.
Yeah.
It could be the Patriots reaching the AFC Championship and the Ravens not, in which case the AFC Championship would be here. And obviously the Chiefs wouldn't make it if the Patriots did.
You're on the right track.
So the Patriots making the AFC Championship is 1.
Yeah.
We could see him back as the Patriots quarterback in 2020.
Yeah.
We could perhaps see him back as a visiting quarterback in 2020. Rank the realistic chance of those 3.
Well, I think that number 1 is retire at the end of this year.
I say if we see him back, what's the most reasonable way we see him back?
In the AFC Championship
game this year. Okay.
I think that retire might be the number 1 kind of on the list right now. I think number 2 is coming back and playing here. I still think door number 3 is leaving and playing someplace else. I truly believe that if he is going to play football, it's going to be for the New England Patriots. But I do think that not necessarily that his body's in decline or that he feels like he's in a physical decline, but I do think that he might get to a little bit frustrated just with the process, with the contract negotiations and with dealing with younger players and going through all the kind of bumps and bruises of a football season from a mental standpoint. We all see the 6 banners behind us. What more does this guy have to prove to anybody? Maybe just himself. But I do really think that retiring is definitely on the table, and you start to look at some of the tea leaves from some of the other people in the organization. Josh McDaniels, as it stands right now, is 1 foot out the door in a lot of cases, depending on who you ask. He's already lining lining up assistant coaches to bring to either Carolina or Cleveland, probably being the two organizations that he has the best chance to go to right now. If those organizations set the structure up properly, the way that Josh McDaniels wants things done, he's out the door already. So there goes Brady's offensive coordinator and kind of his right-hand man, and Josh McDaniels, and kind of a buffer at times between Brady and Belichick,
right.
I think, certainly as well. So I think that there are tea leaves that other people around him are starting to plan for this maybe being inevitably the end, but I don't know how much you want to look into that. I still think that playing here in New England, if he plays after this year, is the most likely scenario.
I think that, something you said before about, his physical ability, his mental ability.
Yeah.
Ben Watson, it could very well be his last game, too,
Yeah.
of his career. He was already retired once.
Yeah.
He said something very interesting in the locker room today, that a lot of guys retire when they can still physically play, but that the mental reps it takes
Yeah.
to get yourself ready week in and week out in the NFL.
Or in the offseason to train
right.
at that type of pace and
he said that can wear guys out, and often guys will retire because they're mentally done before they're physically done.
Sure.
And that could kind of, like you said,
Yeah.
perhaps that's where Tom Brady is at right now. But there's still one more game
all
to be played.
speculation. I think that a lot of people are speculating. A lot of people are guessing in a lot
Yep.
of senses of this. And I really just kind of advocate for people to just let it play out. Let the offseason play out the way it's going to.
And look, we talked about his best moments. There's still at least one more game, at least one more memory to make for Tom Brady. We'll have you covered up to and throughout that one on Saturday on CLNSmedia.com. This edition of Patriots Press Pass has been brought to you by betonline.ag. Visit their website, use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% welcome bonus. With the Patriots Press Pass from Gillette Stadium, I'm Alex Barth for CLNS.